Here is an index of major events in the history of Australia. 1770. Captain James Cook claims the eastern coast of Australia for Britain, naming it New South Wales. 1778. The First Fleet, led by Captain Arthur Phillip, arrives in Botany Bay and establishes the first British settlement in Australia at Port Jackson, now Sydney. 1788 to 1792. The early years of the colony are marked by conflict with the indigenous peoples, who resist British expansion and often resort to violence. The British also struggled to establish a stable food supply and deal with harsh living conditions. 1795 to 1803. Governor John Hunter oversees a period of expansion and development in the colony, including the establishment of new towns and the opening up of new land for agriculture. 1797. The ship Sydney Cove is wrecked on the south coast of Australia, leading to the discovery of a rich source of sealskins and oil. 1798. The Irish Rebellion leads to the arrival of many Irish political prisoners in Australia, who are sent to work in the colony's penal system. 1800. The population of the colony reaches 5,000, including convicts, soldiers, and free settlers. 1802 to 1803. Matthew Flinders and Nicholas Bauden lead expeditions to explore the coast of Australia and map the continent. 1804. The British establish a second settlement in Australia, at Hobart in Van Diemen's Land, now Tasmania. 1804 to 1824. The colony of Van Diemen's Land, Tasmania, experiences significant growth and development, with the establishment of new towns and the expansion of agriculture and industry. 1813 to 1817. Explorers John Oxley and John MacArthur lead expeditions to explore the interior of Australia and open up new lands for settlement. 1820s–1830s. The colony of New South Wales experiences a period of economic and social development, with the growth of agriculture and industry and the establishment of new towns and settlements. 1830s–1850s. The transportation of convicts to Australia continues, with more than 150,000 convicts sent to the colony during this time. The system comes under increasing criticism and is gradually phased out. 1851. Gold is discovered in Victoria, leading to a gold rush and rapid population growth in the colony. 1856. The Australian colonies begin to establish their own parliaments and political systems, with Victoria and New South Wales leading the way. The first elections are held for the Victorian Legislative Assembly. 1860s–1870s. The exploration and settlement of inland Australia continues, with the establishment of new towns and the opening up of new lands for agriculture and pastoralism. 1870s–1890s. Australia experiences a period of economic growth and social reform, including the introduction of compulsory education, the establishment of trade unions, and the extension of voting rights to more citizens. 1901. The Commonwealth of Australia is established through the federation of the 6 Australian colonies into a single nation, with the adoption of a new constitution. The first federal government is led by Prime Minister Edmund Barton. 1901 to 1914. Australia experiences a period of economic growth and social change, including the expansion of agriculture and industry, the development of new technologies, and the extension of voting rights to more citizens. 1914 to 1918. Australia participates in World War I, sending troops to fight alongside Britain and other Allied powers. The war has a significant impact on Australian society and leads to calls for greater independence from Britain. 1920s–1930s. Australia experiences a period of economic and cultural growth, including the rise of new industries such as mining and manufacturing, and the development of a distinctive national culture. 1939 to 1945. Australia participates in World War II, sending troops to fight in Europe, Africa, and the Pacific. The war has a profound impact on Australian society and leads to a reorientation of the country's foreign and defence policies. 1945 to 1960s. Australia experiences a period of post-war reconstruction and economic growth, with the expansion of manufacturing, the development of new technologies, and the arrival of large numbers of migrants from Europe and Asia. 1960s–1970s. Australia experiences a period of social and cultural change, including the rise of youth culture, the emergence of new political movements, and the recognition of indigenous rights. 1975. The dismissal of Prime Minister Gough Whitlam by Governor-General Sir John Kerr leads to a constitutional crisis and a period of political upheaval. 1980s–1990s. Australia experiences a period of economic reform and deregulation, with the restructuring of key industries and the opening up of the country's economy to global markets. 1999. A referendum is held on whether Australia should become a republic, but the proposal is rejected by voters. 2001. The September 11 attacks on the United States lead to the War on Terror and significant changes in global security policies. 2002–2003. The United States leads a coalition of forces to invade Iraq, sparking a prolonged conflict in the Middle East. 2008. The global financial crisis leads to a recession in many countries and significant economic and political changes around the world. 2011. The Arab Spring protests begin in Tunisia and spread to other countries in the Middle East and North Africa, leading to significant political change and upheaval. 2014–2015. The Ebola virus outbreak in West Africa leads to widespread illness and death and prompts a global response to contain the disease. 2016. The United Kingdom votes to leave the European Union, leading to significant political and economic uncertainty in Europe. 2017. Donald Trump is inaugurated as the 45th President of the United States, ushering in a period of significant political polarization and controversy. 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic spreads around the world, leading to widespread illness and death, significant economic disruption, and major changes in global health policies. 2021. The United States and other countries begin to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic, but face ongoing challenges related to economic recovery, political polarization, and global security. Thanks for watching.